By applying only 4 elements to our dull-looking architectural plans, we can make them way more attractive. Colors, textures, shadows, and trees. And here's how. Okay, this is my plan. And for the first step, I want to add some colors. Okay, I'm going to adjustment layers and click on solid color. And I'm choosing this blue color. And now I'm putting the color layer underneath the plan layer and changing the blending mode to divide. As you can see, by using this blending mode, I turned all the lines into white color. Now I want to add a pink color to the main house plan. I'm selecting the plan. And with my brush tool, I'm painting it pink. And then I'm creating a group for my 2 color layers. Okay, so far we're done with the colors. Now I want to add some textures to my plan. First of all, on my plan layer, I'm selecting this part. By using Ctrl J, I'm creating a duplicate of my selection. And then I'm bringing a texture into my plan. Okay, I'm adjusting it and scaling it. And then I'm merging these 2 layers and turn them into 1 layer. And then create a clipping mask. And then I'm decreasing the opacity of this layer and name it texture number 1. Then again, I'm clicking on my plan layer. Now I select this part of my floor. Now I'm making a duplicate of my selection and I rename it floor number 2. I'm bringing another texture to the plan. I'm scaling the texture and then I make a copy of my texture. And at the end, I'm merging these 2 texture layers together. And then I'm creating a clipping mask and name it texture number 2. And I'm doing these exact steps for the last part of the floor. Okay, we're done with the floor textures. For the next step, I'm selecting water areas and pool areas on my plan. And by using Ctrl J, I'm making a copy of my selection. And I'm changing its blending mode to normal. And then I'm creating a solid color layer above my pool layer. I'm picking my desired color for the pool selection. And then I'm creating a clipping mask on my solid color layer. Well, I'm not happy with the blue color, so I'm changing it into a brighter one. And now I want to add a texture to my pool area. And I'm changing its blending mode to divide and decrease the opacity to 64%. Now I'm making a group of my pool layers and I'm making a group of my floor layers. On another layer, I'm using my shape tool to create a new swimming pool behind the house here. And I'm adding a texture to this new pool. I'm going back to the plan layer and I'm selecting all the walls on the plan. Then I'm creating a new layer and by using my brush tool, I'm filling all the walls on the plan. And now we're done with all the textures and walls. Before we move on to the next level, I want to show you something. This is my first try to create this graphical plan, and this is my second try. Although they're practically the same plan and the same site plan and the same methods, the same colors, there is a great difference between them. The left plan looks bland and boring, however the right plan looks more eye-catching and detailed. So in my opinion, it's all in the details. So let's move on to the next level and adding more details to our plan. I'm creating a new layer and name it shadows. I'm creating shadows of my objects on the plan. I'm using soft light blending mode for my shadows. And now it's time to bring the trees into the plan. And once again, I'm using divide as my blending mode. I'm putting all the trees into one group. And I'm creating a levels adjustment above my trees. And I'm creating a clipping mask on my levels to only affect the trees. Now my trees look whiter and bolder. And this is the last step. I want to add shadows to my trees. I'm creating a new layer. And I'm using my brush tool to add the shadows. I'm using soft light as its blending mode. And then I go to filter, click on blur and then Gaussian blur. That's it, our job is done. But there is one more step that I like to do at the end of my projects. By holding Shift, Ctrl, Alt and E at the same time, you can create a flat layer of all the edits you've done so far. And then you can go to the camera raw filter and add more texture to your picture. And now we are totally completely done. If you like this video, please hit subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Have a great day.